Everybody, so last night Jon David had a little, I don't want to say excitement, but it was triggering for somebody like me who's been in the room with all three of his arrests to be in there, and his blood pressures were kind of fluctuating on the high side. So if it's going to be high or low, we'd rather be high. He was fluctuating high. And so it took them a little while to figure out and titrate, adjust his meds to get to the point where they kind of got him back in range and things weren't beeping. So not the greatest of nights, but by about 9 a.m., he settled out completely, and he's been stable like that basically the rest of the day. He had his chest closure around lunchtime, or partial chest closure. So they're doing this in 3 parts. So today was the first one where they did 1, 2, and then 1 down here at the bottom. His chest was completely open, and so he's got about 6 left. And so they're thinking 2 more procedures to fully close it. They're going to try and keep him stable for the next 48 hours. As long as he cooperates, then on Saturday, they'll do the next step and do about 3 more cinches to try and get him a little more closed. And then let him adjust to that, be stable for 48 hours, and then do the last one probably around Monday. That's the plan. We are really hoping and praying that Jon David follows the plan. So, that's pretty much our day in a nutshell here with Jon David. Hunter went out and had fun with his friend Gatlin and Miss Danielle and just had basically fun all around. That's pretty much our day. It's nice, short, simple, and sweet. We are going to pray that he continues to do well and stay stable. If y'all would, pray for 3 things. 1, that he adjusts to his chest closing as time goes on, and I'll explain what specifically we need that to be, and that's the CVP to stay low, and I'll explain why that's important here in a second. Pray that his heart will remain strong, his lungs are strong, his kidneys are strong, because again, those are the 3 systems that really, really need to determine kind of how things go forward. And then pray for all the kiddos and the families in there. Again, I know these are kind of the same ones that we have almost every night, but those are the ones that we really need here. Now, the CVP is central venous pressure, and central venous pressure is basically the right side of the heart, kind of what is their measure for determining kind of how much stress it's under. And when it gets too high for him, with his right ventricle not being very relaxed and very flexible, it's stiffer because he has hypertrophy. If it gets really high, then that's kind of what caused most of his arrest. And so at least that's the theory of what's causing these arrests, is that the CVP is getting really high and the right ventricle is going out. And so as he's closing his chest, it's causing some pressure on that heart. And so that is the prayer, is that the CVP does not go up, that it will tolerate that closure. And that's why they're staging it and going in smaller sections to allow, if there is a little bit of increase in pressure, it's a small increase, and his body can adjust to it and his heart can adjust to it before they go to the next step. That's why they're staging it the way they are. But that's all I've got for you today. It's fairly short and sweet. Hope you have a good night and God bless, and we'll see you tomorrow.
We have a good day.
Where's Hunter going this morning?
Miss Danielle's house.
Miss Danielle's house.